Drug possession, is that what you said?
Demonic possession!
Demonic possession. Is that everybody for demonic possession? Let's go for it. And Margaret will introduce her guests, Shannon, David, and Shelly, about demonic possession.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Who the Devil Are You? Margaret Knapp. Tonight our subject is demonic possession. We have three guests with us who have either been possessed by demons, know someone possessed by demons, or have had sexual intercourse with a demon of their choice. Our first guest this evening is Mr. David White. Now, David has been a priest for, nigh on to 25 years, and he has done a lot of exorcisms. But he just recently came back from Botswana, and he's going to tell us all about this young girl that he exorcised down there. Please help him welcome Mr. David White.
Nice to see you.
You look like hell. Sit down.
Thank you.
How was Botswana?
Botswana was great. I bought you a lei. They have them there too.
Oh, thanks. So, tell us all about this young girl who you had there to exercise in Botswana.
Well, first of all, I went down. I was going to go to Botswana because I heard this girl was possessed by a demon, right? So, I get to the airport, and my flight, first of all, is going to be late leaving. And so here I am. I'm Botswana bound, and my flight is not yet here. So I went into the little coffee shop, and I had some overpriced Cheetos. And so then finally the plane arrived. I'm not listed as one of the passengers on the plane. So they kind of go down the list, and I've got my ticket. They've overbooked the flight. Finally, I get a seat on the plane, and they give me those little peanuts, and the fuckers are stale. And I'm going on, and the in-flight movie is like Rain Man, right? I've seen it 25 times! Not only that, but they cut out the scene that takes place in the airport because they didn't want to scare people. So the movie's like 10 minutes shorter, and I still am not in Botswana! And finally, we experience a little turbulence. The stewardess gets up and she's telling us what to do if there's an accident, and she's doing this jazz with her. And we have to practice doing like that. And there's no headphones, so I gotta bend the armrest up to my ear and just And finally, we land in Botswana, and the girl's not there. She's in Australia somewhere, and I gotta get on another plane. Well, that one was all right, but then I got to Australia.
David. Now, so in actuality, I brought you on the show and paid you a lot of money for you to come on and bitch about an airline.
No, I saw the girl. She's in Australia. I exercised her, and she's all right now. But the flight. The trials and tribulation I had, I would rather have been possessed by the dark lord than to have to fly TWA again. I mean, get real.
I appreciate that. That is very frustrating. So you don't really have any stories about the young girl.
Oh, she's lying there. I threw some holy water on her and she's fine. But they wouldn't let her take me back. I had tried to put her through the luggage, and that was all. But then they lost my luggage. It wound up in Boston. They took her 6 days.
As David continues, we will go on to our next guest. Sit down, David. You can talk to yourself for a while.
All right.
Our next guest is Miss Shelly Stewart. Now, Shelly is married to a man who periodically is possessed by Satan himself. It's a difficult marriage. She's been in counseling for a number of years, but she's come to open her heart out to us, the audience. Please help me welcome Miss Shelly Stewart. Sit down. Nobody's going to bite you here.
Because just the pure sight of a crucifix kind of drove him into a crazy frenzy.
How was the honeymoon, dear?
Hellish.
I mean,
I went on and on and on and on and on.
what are you complaining about? I'm sorry.
Where'd you go for your honeymoon?
No, shut up, David.
All right, if you want to talk about something boring.
So tell me about it. What's your home life like? You come, your housewife here?
Oh, yeah, well, sometimes...
Domestic engineer?
Oh, yeah, that's a nice word for it.
way of putting it. Okay, so you come home and you're cleaning the house. He comes home and the first thing he says when he walks in the door is, "Your mother sucks cocks in hell!" And clean it up on the hump.
Oh, you know, it's hard to keep the carpet clean when he's tracking you in those flowing hooves. It's terrible.
So you recently went on vacation with this man, didn't you?
Oh, my. Oh, well, that was
Where'd you go?
Well, of course, we had to go someplace cold. Like,
Oh, don't even try getting a plane to Alaska. For days you'll be waiting. Overpriced Cheetos.
We'll just kind of drift away.
I'll practice what I do with my husband.
Do it. That little look with your head spinning round and round and round, you're trying to read in bed, yeah.
Well, I have to tell you, the bed thing, it's really hard to read around him because the pages just keep bursting into flames sometimes. Or he just all of a sudden decides to levitate the bed for no apparent reason. It's really hard for me to sleep at night. You know, I'm an insomniac.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Yeah,
And he's up probably at night mostly.
well, you know how this all started? Well, me and Jim, that's his name, my husband.
Jim/Satan.
Yeah, Jim. We were home watching the local network. And that Time Life book commercial came on with witches and mazes. He said, we ought to order that. And I said, oh, honey, no, we shouldn't because, you know, the devil will come live in our house.
Yeah.
Time Life, he orders the books. They're there in 2 days, and I am living with living Satan. And I told him, if you invite Time Life into your house, you are inviting the devil. They
never stop sending me that shit. And you mail it something, you say, I don't want it, and it just keeps coming.
The 30-day free trial?
Oh, bullshit. Now, what everybody in America wants to know is, so what is sex like with the devil?
Well, it's hot.
It's hot.
It's hot. He's got really foul breath, I must say that. And every once in a while, I just get this vision of Rosemary's Baby coming in. It's really, I just kind of try to block it out of my mind.
Can you let yourself go with this man? You know what I mean?
Can I have an orgasm?
Yeah.
Oh, I just block it out of my mind. I just think about the wallpaper.
Some people it's frogs, some people it's baseball, wallpaper. Okay. Well, Shelly, we feel for you, and let us know what happens, okay? We care. And maybe you and David can get together, and you know, of course, if you fly him anywhere, he's got a bitch, but, you know.
I mean, there's nothing you can do. I mean, there you are waiting.
Our next guest
Waiting.
is Mr. Shannon Reilly. Shannon Reilly, in the studio, ladies and gentlemen, is possessed by a demon. But it only happens about every 3 or 4 minutes, and he always gets up and does this little dance when it happens. It's the most incredible thing. So let us meet now, Mr. Possessed by the Devil himself, Shannon Reilly. Have a seat here.
Oh, God, it didn't happen, did it?
It did.
Oh, geez, I just blot out, you know. It's terrible when I'm driving. You're just sitting there driving, next thing you know, you go.
The chair's a little off.
Woo, I felt like Jerry Lewis.
So how long have you been possessed? Do you want to switch chairs with me, Shannon?
No, it's kind of fun.
There is someone worse than my husband.
Yeah. I always think of it that way. All right, so how long have you been possessed by a devil?
Well, a couple of years. It all started during this limbo contest I was in. I was down between me and Sylvie Chappie. I just hate that woman. And she's just this little bitty thing. I knew she was going to win. So,
Not very far to bend, does she?
no, she's only 3 feet high.
Touch her head to the ground without bending her legs?
You know Sylvie Chappie? Wow, small world. Anyway, so I was sitting there. It was between me and Sylvie Chappie. The pole was about that high. I knew there's no way I'm going to get it. So I just said, devil, if you let me win this limbo contest, you can do whatever you want. Okay, I imagine I'd be possessed by the devil, horns and sprout, I'd kill people, I'd name children. He picks the dorky curse. I'm dancing like some nerd. Every people.
All right, hang on a sec. Holy water, holy water. I'm married 4 years now, the hour of our death. Here.
Wow, you're a consummate professional.
Wow. Thank you, Father Dave. I'm no longer possessed by Danny Terrio.
You gotta be careful for the next couple minutes or so because your body is, still used to having someone else in there. Someone else could get in,
Yeah, and I was just exercised by a priest. I can't imagine.
Oh, no. We have Bing Crosby on my show now.
It's Bing Crosby.
You want to come over and see the bills this evening?
Crosby's so damn boring.
When you flew with Bob Hope.
Sorry.
It was a nice weather.
It was from a road film.
Problem.
Hey, couldn't we all just go over to the Wendy's all-you-can-eat potato bar? Demons eat for free on Tuesdays.
Yeah, place. We go there all the
Shannon.
time.
Do you mind? We're demon talking.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's my show.
Oh, that's
But
right.
I just have one burning question that we have to ask you.
Oh, you leave it in the fridge for about 45 minutes, then you take it out and stir it till it's hot. Oh, that wasn't your question? I'm sorry. What was your question?
Without Dave's help here, how would one go about being unpossessed by a devil?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. I saw a lot of people, and there's a lot of charlatans out there, let me tell you, who are ready to get rid of your devil. For instance, I saw this one guy, he said, if you just hang out at the Fine Arts Theater every month and go to this improv show, you'll never be possessed by the devil ever. I'm taking a class in subliminal messages.
So, and the other methods are?
You can hang out in a bathtub filled with, like this yellow jello, which is hard to find because not a lot of fruit is jello, except for banana peel.
Yeah.
And so, you gotta find yellow jello, those little green marshmallows, and for an odd reason, an armadillo who's nearsighted.
We tried it. It works better with the platypus.
Really? I didn't read that. Was that in that new book?
Well, before they start ignoring me again, join us next week when we'll have 3 new guests on. Hopefully we'll pay some attention to me. And this is Who the Devil Are You with your host, Margaret. Good night.